Bitcoin is correcting here to the downside in direction of 110,000 US dollars. Now the question is, will we only grab the liquidity down below here at 109,000 US dollars, seeing a perfect retest of our breakout on a 1 hourly chart and getting here into higher level? Or will the traditional market getting here one more leg to the downside, what could potentially mean Bitcoin making here lower lows and getting one more move here in direction of the 200 moving average? This is exactly what we want to talk about this video, so definitely stick around. Let's directly start here on the Nasdaq. So let's directly start here on the Nasdaq. By the way, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to it. By the way, if you're new here, just subscribe to the channel. I'm doing every day a crypto update here for you, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and also give a like for the video. Yesterday we saw here a bounce of our 50 moving average on the traditional market, got rejected here on the 200 moving average, especially on the 1 hourly chart. So very bullish for the traditional market. 50 moving average was holding here right now. Now the traditional market is fighting here with the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average on the 1 hourly chart. Assume we are able to be in kind of this range here till the US marketing will open. There's nothing to worry, but Bitcoin gets here a move to the downside. And when we are here looking on the daily chart, we can see we broke here 2 days ago our resistance line here to the upside, got a perfect breakout, which is a very bullish one, on the target zone here around the next all-time high. Now it seems like we're getting a perfect retest on it, so when we're going here for the 4 hourly chart. But when we are going here to the 4 hourly chart, as you can see it right now, we are building here something like a rising wedge. I talked yesterday already about this rising wedge pattern that could be potentially, see here a pattern like the rising wedge. And the target of the rising wedge, if we're breaking here to the downside, and it's kind of looking exactly right now, if we're losing the 50 moving average, we are not far away to lose also our support line down below here at 110,400 US dollars. If we are getting a 4 hourly close under kind of like 110,200 US dollars, the target zone would be very clear, and the target, the rising wedge, would be here the lower side, which is exactly also our weekly low at around 107,000 US dollars. And if you are not able to hold the weekly low here at 107,000 US dollars, expect also making lower lows in direction of 104,000 US dollars, as we mentioned already last week, that we could potentially see one more push here in direction of the 200 moving average on the daily chart. Even also not that bullish is we are building here lower highs. So we have here one high, we have a second lower high, and we have been not able to break here yesterday 113,200 US dollars. Exactly the level I was pointing out yesterday in our live stream. So if you are not part of the live stream, definitely subscribe to the channel. So be part of the next live stream here on the channel. There we also do live tradings, discuss about some coins. Even also I gave some entries. And on yesterday's live stream, we opened here a VFAI trade. So we are shorting the token here right now to the downside. Also, this trade is running here in profit. We already keep our stop loss on break even. I increased already my leverage. So I use exactly my leverage strategy over there. We're just using $1 margin, but are able here to unrealized profit $10 already just with using a $1 margin, have a position size of $50. So just less money here in our trade, but performing here very, very well. If you really want to know how the strategy is working, just go in the video description there, find a link directly to my strategy. I make a huge deep tutorial about it, and otherwise be part of the next live stream. So very important to be part over there. Otherwise, we will talk later about the next trade entries here for Bitcoin. So let's go back here to Bitcoin. For this one, we want to go here in the 1 hourly chart, and there you can see a little bit more clearer. We also get here the rejection on our resistance line. We was not able to flip the 50 moving average on the daily side, and also now we are fighting with our 200 moving average here on the 1 hourly chart. So if the 200 moving average will not hold, expect here definitely a move here into lower levels. It could potentially see we're filling here the vector candle about 108,800 US dollars. So this could be very likely in the cards. Otherwise, if we are then not holding here our last low down below here, so if we're making even also a lower low on the 1 hourly chart, expect definitely a move into the last week low in direction of 107,000 US dollars, as I mentioned already on the 4 hourly chart. Same also here, if you are not able to get here now, kind of like a little bit more support, flipping our 200 moving average to our upside, see something like this one here on the 50-minute chart, we could potentially also break here our resistance line to the downside. And then is exactly what we mentioned on the 1 hourly chart, getting here into the weekly low down below at 107,000 US dollars, where you can position yourself right now. So we have two scenarios playing out. One scenario would be here something like this, finding here a little bit more support, because when we're getting also on the liquidation map, we can see a lot of liquidity is sitting here at 109,900 US dollars. So down below here, so I can imagine we get one liquidation wick here to the downside, liquidate all the liquidity down there and shooting directly here in direction of the upside. But if the support here will not hold, we can also grab the liquidity down below at 108,000, and you can also see 107,000 US dollars liquidity is building up also over there. But what makes me a little bit more bullish is on the 2 weekly chart. A lot of liquidity is here stacked here to the upside. It gets a little bit less liquidity as we saw on the last days already. The liquidity is stacked here from 112,600 up to 18,000 US dollars, a lot to the upside. Even also on the 3 monthly chart, we can have a closer look also there. There we can also see some more liquidity is building then at 120,000 US dollars, and some liquidity is coming in at 124,000 US dollars. But as you see also on the lower side at 106,000 US dollars, there's also building a lot of liquidity to the upside. But also on the 106,000 US dollar level, even also there is building a lot more liquidity to the downside. So if we are not able to hold our support line down below here, getting here the move in direction of the 50 moving average or on the 200 moving average on the 4-hourly chart, expect here a move in direction of the weekly low and break also in direction of 106,000 US dollars. When we have then a closer look also on the ETF, we can see on Bitcoin we get another day with positive inflows, which is kind of bullish for us. Later we have also some news data coming out on the US side. Expect here a little bit more volatility come into the market. Even also the traditional market will open later these days. So if the traditional market in Nasdaq will not hold our 50 moving average and 200 moving average here on the 1 hourly chart. Before we end the video, I want to also talk about Ethereum, because Ethereum on the 1 hourly chart gave us a perfect entry zone here for our next trade. As you can see here right now, we got our breakout yesterday to the upside. We was waiting for our retest. Now we get our perfect retest here to the dollar. So we can definitely enter also here on our Ethereum position. Get rejected yesterday from our resistance line to the upside, but it's nothing wrong with getting here a small push here to the downside, because we're getting now the perfect retest here on the 1 hourly chart. If you have a closer look on the 15-minute chart, we can also see that we are getting the perfect entry right now. So this is the moment where you can enter also a next Ethereum position. Target zone for Ethereum would be here if we are breaking our high at 4,400 US dollars, would be around 4,650 US dollars. But you can even trade this trade all the way up in direction of the next high. So even also on Ethereum, I will definitely open a new long position for Ethereum. Target zone would be around, kind of the level of 4,650 US dollars. When we mention our trade here, stop loss, we can keep it under the last low down below here. And target zone here around, kind of give us 7% to the upside, which 10x leverage is 70%. It's a good risk to reward ratio over there. Just go in the video description there, find a link directly here to Bitfinex. There you can also claim your deposit bonus, get also part of the lower fees over there, can claim directly our VIP trading bonus level. So definitely make use of these benefits. And then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then we see in the next update video tomorrow.